Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, You know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they go play action with Franks. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Able to slither by, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That's going to be caught, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson dancing to his left. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. 7-7, our score after one. Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Second down and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Franks looking to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Setting up play action. Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Franks. They look for Pitts again. This time he's got it. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Franks. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Franks now. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they? The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now Franks. Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check back left. No, we change it. Watch the slant. Hey, check back left.
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, Franks. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Franks. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Dobbins running out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franks. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake. Franks. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Back to throw again. They'll get this off to Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here's Taylor again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Frank's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Franks airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franks. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good pickup there at 22. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Dancing to his left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Franks. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And once you got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe you'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here's Jackson. And that's complete to Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
51 to 1, boy, 51. Oh, you got deep?
Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. A good pickup there at 22. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check back the left. Check back. Make sure. Hey, check back the left. Check back.
Throwing. Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.